an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Here we go.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Alpha, 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 alpha. Delta, delta.
They send a tight end in motion.
Right.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here we go. We're good. Go.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Okay, don't jump, man.
Harris once more. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Right.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Extend. Hey, Ken. Sit out.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Roman Wilson reels it in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Eleven. Here we go, son. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go, son. 35. Right.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Right.
Harris. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. So the penalty takes some of that distance away. Things tightening up here for 2nd and goal.
Here we go, son. Chip slant. Right.
Play action, Fields. Buying some time. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, Ken. Delta. Go.
On 3rd and goal, here's Fields. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense in the hurry up here. This is Henry on 2nd. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Just a field goal separates these two. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They still have 5 to go here, 3rd down.
Hey, report.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Motioning the tight end now. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. Lamar now from the gun. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Blitz coming here. Jackson. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. From the gun, a run for Henry. Has a lane inside the 35. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Ravens take a second quarter lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
This one is up and good. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Angel. West side zip. Right.
Off play action, it's Fields. Completed here to Pickens. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Here we go.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Here we go.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Tonight.
Staying on the ground with Harris. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
5:51. Here we go. Good.
They give to Harris from the gun. He's out in the clear. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Steelers who have 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Extend. Nelson. Right.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
2nd and 3. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Here comes Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. A 49-yarder in front of him here. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And this will remain a 4-point game.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And he's He's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They motion a receiver left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Working quickly here. Man in motion out of the slot. First down from the red zone. That's going to be caught by Mitchell.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Tucker's kick is up and good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Here we go.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tre'Davious White there on the stop. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go. Here we go, son. Go.
They'll start with a give to Harris. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Right.
2nd down here, another give to Harris. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Sit high.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 1. That throw finds Pickens. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 1st and 10, give to Harris. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry-up here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. Working quickly here. Running behind center with Harris. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Najee Harris, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Chris Boswell for the point after. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the 2nd half. They'll probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. No one around. He's got space. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down. Here's Lamar. He's got Andrews. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Flying down the middle with Henry. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. They'll cobble together a yard there. That stop made by T.J. Watt. On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Offense up to the line fast. Bateman, the motion man left. The left side cut by Andrews. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
Man, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Three quarters in the books from this one. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Hey, shot. Hey, hey. Let's go. Sit hard. Hey, shot. Sit up.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Jackson now on 3rd. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Jackson yet again. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Quarterback so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
Here we go, son. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
It's Harris on the option. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
EQ. Punch right. Here we go, son. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Caught by Freiermuth. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down throw for Fields. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go. You got a mini base. Right.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. A lot of grass ahead. He cuts it toward the right sideline. There's a lot of... And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Chip slant. Right.
He's throwing for it. They did it. He made the interception. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Gonna need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
Chooses to bring this one out. And his choice to leave the end zone going to cost him a small chunk here as he's out shy of that 25.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another run for Henry. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go back to Henry. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Ravens trailing by 5. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Changing it up here, Jackson. He's on the move. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. Big gap up the middle. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens have taken the lead late. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So here's a big play from the Ravens as they line up for 2. He'll look to throw it. And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback. Right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Mini basement. Why not? Here we go. We're good. Go.
Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens make the play that should win them this game. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. The Steelers calling their first timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. It's Henry on the counter.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now a give left side. Nice run across the 15. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game.
25. Steelers 15. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Don't jump. Ready?
And they send a man in motion.
Sit high.
Fields on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And it's 1st down, but bigger problems remain. Just 12 seconds on the clock. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Sit high.
Play action, Fields. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Fields. Need this to force overtime. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots at the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.